So welcome to the Panerai booth here at Watches and Wonders 2023. And as you can see, I'm on a sailboat. And there's a reason that this booth looks like a beautiful sailboat. And it's because the official partner, or one of the official partners of Panerai, is actually a boat. 1936, the Eileen from Scotland was rediscovered in 2006 as an old wreck that was then faithfully restored. And this is the inspiration for redoing the Radiomir line. So the collection really references that initial prototype back in 1936, particularly the 8-day Otto Giorni, which is a vintage-inspired piece, very much referencing the initial Radiomir. The vintage aesthetic gives us a blue or a brown gradient, grainy dial, sandwich construction with creamy lume, giving those aesthetic vintage vibes. And the case itself is also hand-finished and PVD coated to also give that vintage feel to this particular watch. The wire lugs, of course, complete that classic Radiomir look. But this is where there's a bit of a twist for this particular watch, is that true to Panerai's commitment to sustainability, this watch case is made completely of eSteel. And the Panerai people here assure me that that commitment will hopefully continue with an increased focus on using eSteel in their watches into the future. In addition to the Otto Giorni, there is the California dial, which shares all of the same DNA, just a different dial. California, and of course, green backdrop. But then we move to the annual calendar, which replaces the grit of steel with the opulence of gold or platinum. Either a red dial on the platinum version or a blue dial on the rose gold version. This, I'm told, could be the watch of the captain. It's a 45mm case, but thick. It sits on the wrist with heft and presence. It's a statement piece. But the real important thing about this watch is that the redone movement means that all of the calendar functions can be read at the 3 o'clock position. So the date, the day, and the month on a jumping circle track on the outside are read at that one particular time. A bit of innovation there from Panerai. And to wrap up the gold, we also have a 40mm Radiomir in rose gold with a white dial. A bit more of a dressy offering from Panerai. Well, I think we're going to pull this ship into port, but before we finish, make sure you click that subscribe button for more news, content, and reviews on the Time+Tide website.